Okay, so this is going to be a full moon reading. I've shuffled all these cards already and spread them out. So this is going to be your person, this is for you, and this is for what is happening between you both. So I'm going to start off with the person that you are connected to, and we're going to see what their current headspace is. Eight of Wands. Okay, so I feel like right now their headspace is shifting very quickly. It's like, one moment they're really stable, really secure, and the next they might feel like they've taken 10 steps back and not quite sure, what's next. So it does feel like they're a little bit up and down right now, not very fixed, not very stable and secure in their mind. But all of these cycles are being moved through very, very quickly so that we can reach a stable and secure place. I feel like your person also right now is thinking a lot about communicating, because the Eight of Wands is always a card of communication. So I do feel that on their minds, they do want to communicate, they want to speak their truth. They definitely want to speak up. I do feel like they want to do that very, very quickly here. I am actually sensing that this weekend, I do feel like they want to speak up this weekend. It could be communication coming in either this weekend or just after the full moon. I'm now going to look at your headspace. So I'm not going to do just them, then you. I'm going to kind of mix it up a little bit. So let's see what your headspace currently is. King of Cups. So you are thinking a lot about this person you're connecting to, this person that you're inquiring about. I think for many of you, you are worried that they've let this go, that they've kind of given up, and that's not true. Just right now, it's very wavy. You can't see what's coming in. I feel like it's being disguised. This full moon really is. It's a mask which is covering what is coming towards you, what is finding its way to you. But yeah, right now your head is very much on this person, and maybe even like a lot of sadness, a lot of loss is coming up, with this full moon. Emotions of, I am hearing that you're giving up. I feel like some of you do want to give up. You've reached a place where you just can't see how this is going to come together, and your mind is just full of fear. But you also know that this is the one. This is the person that you want to be with. He is your King of Cups. He's the person that, your one true love is what I'm hearing here. It is a person that you really do love. Okay, let's look at their heart space now. So let's see what is going on in their heart space. This card at the top really wants to come, but I'm not going to turn it over until later on. But it really, really does want to come out. Wow, heart space, Two of Cups. So in their mind, they're definitely thinking about communicating here, and in their heart, they've got this relationship. Your union, your connection is very much in the center of their heart, and they're realizing that even though you two might be at a distance to each other right now, they want to be able to offer you this cup. And here I am getting a message that you might feel like this person has given up, but they haven't. And if it looks like they have, then that's only because they had to walk away so that they could empty their cup, so that they could have this fresh start. Wherever you are holding on to past hurt or pain, you or this person, you weren't able to come together. And now I just see this as a blank canvas. It's a fresh start for you and them. So that's why this has happened. But you are going to be, purging a little bit of that through your thoughts. You're going to be facing some fears, some anxieties, some worries about where this is heading and where this has been, what's happened between you both. So for their heart space, they do have this connection. They have you in mind, you at the center of their heart. And I also feel like they are wanting to move towards commitment here. So they are wanting a relationship. This isn't just about feeling a lot of love for you. This is about feeling that they do now want to move forwards. They do now want to offer some kind of commitment. It's not just you. It's actually this relationship. I do think that they want some kind of commitment now, and they want to speak about it as well. They know in their head they need to be communicating how they're feeling about this connection, because if they're not speaking up about what they want, about the relationship and the commitment they want, then they know that it's not going to come together and progress can't be made. So I do really feel like they're going to be speaking up about where they see this heading, and it might not come out that way. They might not be like, hey look, I want to marry you, but it could be, how can we move this forward? It's going to be some kind of way that they communicate with you and say that they want to move towards some kind of commitment without saying those words, but it's going to be in like a roundabout way. Let's look at your heart space now. So let's see what is going on with your heart space. Justice. I had a feeling this card was going to come out because it's been kind of coming out a lot the last few days whenever I've shuffled for the collective. So in the centre of your heart now, you just want peace. You want your reward. You do want your justice, because you've been through so much here. You know, you faced a lot of loss and done a lot of healing and growing, and it is now time for you to start seeing your results. You know, have your reward. And I feel that at the centre of your heart, you're seeing the long term. You're understanding why things happen, but you're also seeing the long-term results you want with this person. And I am getting such a strong feeling about marriage here, because you know, justice to me does speak of contracts, and when the Two of Cups has come out for their heart space, I feel like both of you are mirroring here. Both of you are trying to find this balance, because you do see marriage with this person. You see that kind of long-term relationship here. But, you know, the centre of your heart, you're thinking, how can this be made right? How can clarity be brought in? How can that balance be restored in the connection? I'm urged to pull a card from this deck as a kind of like an answer to that. So how can clarity be brought in? The Star. This is not for you to worry about. This is the universe taking care of that burden. But you're shown here that, look, you have no idea how this is going to come together, but the Star just urges you to make that wish, and trust that, you know, that goal, that dream will come true. This is a wish come true, but you need to really let it go first. You need to, you know, hold space and know that yes, you want this relationship to come together. You want marriage and serious commitment, but with the Star here, you know, the universe is saying clarity will be brought in when the time is right. When the time is right for your wish to come true, it will happen. The universe is working on this behind the scenes. It's really not for you to worry about, you know, how this comes together right now. I'm just being asked to get this card before I forget. Okay, so we have the Five of Cups here. And I feel like, you know, you're now feeling that things in the past were better than they were. This is you romanticising the past, you know, thinking you had so much more then than you did now, because maybe, I don't know, you were in a relationship with this person, but it was before you both woke up, or there was, you know, maybe you just felt like you were more stable and just feel like, you know, you're wishing you could go back to sleep, but you can't. You've been through this awakening, and it's happened for a reason. And whatever you feel like you had in your life before you went through this awakening, just know that actually it's being replaced with something much better. So don't keep romanticizing the past and thinking, oh, things were better before, you know, before all these changes, because it wasn't. At the end of the day, it's like these cups might be standing, but right now they were full of, you know, rubbish wine. It's like, you know, this is cheap wine, and it's being replaced with something really vintage and delicious. So you might feel like, yes, you had more cups standing in the past, but actually they needed to be emptied, they needed to be released so that they could be filled up and replaced with something much, much better. Yeah. Something had to die so something better could be reborn. You can't be clinging to the past and, you know, really hoping for that to happen again, because you're not the same person you were then, and this connection isn't the same. You know, both you and this person are different, and you have been through this death, you've been through this, you know, rebirth and transformation, and it is making things so much better. Okay, let's see what the full moon is doing for you both, which is on Monday, the 12th, I believe. Two of Wands. This is a decision. I'm being told that there's a choice being made around this full moon. I'm hearing that song, you know, should I stay or should I go? And I feel like you or this person are making a decision about staying. Can you be independent and stay? I'm just going to get a clarify for this, you know, should I stay or should I go? What is this about, Spirit? You know, what is this being channeled to me for? Yeah. Okay. We have the Two of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Should I stay or should I go? There's some mental conflict around You know, between now and the full moon and possibly all of this week, you've had some conflict where you've been feeling quite imbalanced, unsure about what you want, where you want to go, feeling like you have been looking out at this horizon, seeing ships coming in, and now you're seeing the ships coming in. You're not quite sure if actually you want to stay here and wait for them to come in. You know, it's like you've finally seen it come together, and there's some last minute fear that makes you want to run. Yeah, things have been a little bit out of balance with the Ace of Swords here. I just see there's a new beginning here, and this is potential energy. Like, you need to be the one to decide, are you going to stay or go? Yeah, new beginnings. It's time for you to get something really, really stable. We have two aces here for this full moon, so I do feel like there's going to be a new beginning after the full moon. Let's see what the new beginning is for your person and the new beginning for you. Okay, so for your person, we have a Nine of Pentacles, and for you, we have the Sun. And I really do feel like this is telling me that, you know, your person does not want you to be single anymore. They are preparing to hold on very, very tightly to this connection, not letting it go. Something's coming home. I channeled on one of my Instagram lives maybe 2 weeks ago that, you know, you have to fully let something go so it can return. And look here, this falcon is returning to her. It's like she's nurtured her garden. She's really tended to what she wanted in her life, and now look, the falcon is coming back. So this new beginning for your person, it is their return, them getting ready to return. And for you, your new beginning is, you know, the Sun is one of the happiest cards in tarot. It speaks of, you know, long-term happiness, things coming to fruition, and much brighter days ahead. And I do feel like this full moon is going to see a much warmer phase of your life. And the full moon for you both, we have Justice. So Justice has now come out twice because it came out here as well. This is a second chance at this relationship, which is coming after this full moon. It's that clarity coming in. You know, you don't need to know how this happens. You know, you don't need to know the steps taken to get you where you want to be. All you need to do is make a wish and believe that the universe is powerful enough to make this happen for you, because it really is. And this is that clarity and balance that is being brought to you. I'm going to get one more card for 3D world. So what actions is this person going to take this weekend? King of Cups. And we had King of Cups out here earlier. So this is interesting. This person this weekend is getting ready to be your King of Cups, your romantic partner, but, you know, the one who you know is yours. They're getting ready to be the person that you've been asking for. I feel like there's been a lot of pressure on this person to transform, to be able to be this King of Cups, and I feel like this weekend is all about them completing this transformation. But it does feel like the universe is really pushing them through it, so I would say, you know, be gentle with them. Okay, let's see 3D world for you this weekend. What steps are you going to take? The Star. Wow, so many of these cards are coming out from like different decks. So your 3D world this weekend, we have the Star. There could be a wish coming true for you. And this is also the 3D steps you can take this weekend before this full moon, is really put that wish out there, whatever it is that you want to see in your long-term future. Make that wish and believe it's going to happen. Then just let it go. You know, release it. You know, don't cling to it. Just let it go and let it flow really, really naturally to you right now. Okay, and final message is 3D world. So like interactions between you both for this weekend. I want that one. Queen of Swords. There could be some communication, and it is so important that you communicate quite clearly here. I do feel like there's not going to be a lot of emotions this weekend. It's going to be very matter of fact, very stable, and yeah, quite unemotional. There could be communication happening, or there could be an opportunity for you two to establish some clear boundaries between you both this weekend. Okay, I am going to finish the reading there. So I hope you've enjoyed that little check-in. If I get chance, I will do another one before the full moon as well.